Today we will be creating our very own lava lamps. I prepared 2 different methods for you. For method 1, you will need oil, water, Alka-Seltzer tablets, food coloring or an old marker, and a glass bottle or jar, or just some sort of tall, slim, clear container. Okay, first, pour some water into a cup to dye it. If you have food coloring, add a few drops in. Otherwise, I found an old dried up marker. Right once you stick it in, the color will start leaching from the marker tip into the water. You can also try doing this with colored candy like Skittles. Next, pour some oil into your glass bottle. Fill it at least 2/3 of the way full. Now you can pour the colored water into the glass. Notice when I pour the red water in, it all just sinks to the bottom. See? There are 2 layers. While if you see here, when I pour the red water into a jar of water, the 2 liquids just mix together and I have a jar full of red liquid. But how come when I pour water into oil, it stays separated? This is because water and oil have different densities. This means if I pour out a cup of water and a cup of oil, the cup of water will feel heavier and weigh more even though they look the same size. Water is denser than oil, so it sinks when I pour it into the glass. Alright, how do we get it to bubble and move around like a lava lamp? Well, we can take 1 Alka-Seltzer tablet and just drop it right in. Once it hits the bottom, the Alka-Seltzer and water will have a chemical reaction which will produce carbon dioxide gas bubbles. You can also find carbon dioxide gas in soda like Coca-Cola. Since the gas is lighter than the oil, it helps little droplets of water float up through the oil towards the top. However, once it reaches the top, the gas bubbles pop into the air. This makes the water sink back to the bottom since, like I said before, water is more dense than oil. Once the bubbles slow down, you can drop in another Alka-Seltzer tablet to start the reaction again. If you don't have Alka-Seltzer tablets, here's another method you can try to create your own lava lamp. You will need vinegar, baking soda, oil, a tall clear container, and again something to color the water. First, pour some vinegar into a cup and dye it. After that, scoop about 2 to 3 spoonfuls of baking soda into the bottom of your glass bottle. Then, carefully pour in the oil, being careful not to disturb the baking soda at the bottom. Fill the container about 2/3 of the way full. Next, you pour in the vinegar. But don't pour it in all at once, just a little. Once it hits the baking soda at the bottom, the vinegar and baking soda will have a chemical reaction and create carbon dioxide gas, just like when the Alka-Seltzer was dropped into the water before. Like before, the carbon dioxide will pull some of the vinegar up to the top with it. But the vinegar will still sink back down once the carbon dioxide bubbles pop at the top. You'll notice that even though we're using vinegar instead of water like in the first method, the vinegar is still not mixing with the oil. This is because, like water, vinegar is also denser than oil. This makes sense because vinegar is mostly made of water. Once the bubbles stop forming, you can add more vinegar, or try poking the baking soda at the bottom of the jar. Hope you have fun trying this experiment at home. Thanks for watching. Bye!